Next up. Hai, kembali lagi dalam Next Up episod ke-6 presented by Rakan Muda. Bila cerita pasal Next Up ni, macam-macam orang dah datang kat rumah I ni, kat living room sofa kuning I ni. Jadi hari ni I bawakan seorang traveller, iaitu yang dikenali sebagai Merantau Dunia. Hai.
Hi.
Okay, maybe a lot of people want to know your name lah. So, kita tease nama dulu.
Okay, Zah.
Zah. Nama sebenar dia Zah. Tapi ramai orang yang tegur dia cakap Merantau Dunia. We'll talk more about isu ataupun case dia Merantau Dunia ni, macam mana boleh start. Semuanya sekejap saja lagi. Korang stay tune dulu di Rakita 107.9. We're back dalam Next Up episode ke-6 presented by Rakan Muda. Right now, I have Merantau Dunia on my very yellow couch. Jauh tau, dia travel-travel. Sempat pula I cekup dia, bawa masuk rumah I. Sekejap kidnap, sekejap lah.
Okay.
But maybe ramai orang kenal you as Merantau Dunia. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, your real name.
Okay.
And how this Merantau Dunia started.
Hi. My name is Zahirah. Actually,
Okay.
people call me Zah.
Okay. Hi,
I'm,
Zah.
I'm a full-time traveller.
Okay.
Apa lagi soalannya tadi?
Your background.
Oh, my background. Okay. I studied adventure tourism.
Okay.
Back when I was living in New Zealand.
Okay.
And that's how it all started lah. How this Merantau Dunia started.
Okay. What is
Yeah.
the difference between adventurous tourism and
Normal tourism.
tourism?
It's more niche lah. So
Okay.
basically, adventure tourism, I studied more about like how to open businesses like bungee jumping, skydiving, all the management around it.
Okay.
So it's more niche. Tourism is more general, right?
Okay.
So I studied more about adventure.
Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Your future plan? Nak buka all this
I mean,
high adrenaline?
yeah, I'm a sucker for adrenaline lah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
We can't be friends, girl. I'm afraid of heights, though. But okay. I can still support your business. But just from the ground.
Yeah.
Yes. Kenapa memilih nama Merantau.Dunia?
I've always known that I want to have a brand, and I didn't want it to be revolve around my name.
Okay.
So one day I woke up, I was like, oh, Merantau Dunia sounds like a cool name, and it represents Malaysia.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so macam, okay lah, Merantau Dunia. At least like Indonesians and Malaysians can like relate to it, like, oh, Merantau Dunia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Baiknya awak consider
Semangat
juga.
Malaysia.
Ya,
babes.
jiwa, ya, patriotisme.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how your career started.
Yeah.
So which country was the first country you travelled to? Because you started back then when you were studying in New Zealand, right?
Yeah. New Zealand was the first country I've ever traveled to. I didn't come from a traveller background.
Okay.
My parents doesn't really travel. So it was quite hard for me to convince my parents to go to New Zealand. But I did because of the scholarship that I got.
Okay.
But yeah, New Zealand where it all started. Yeah.
So that was the first country you explored.
First
New Zealand
country,
first.
yeah.
And then the next one?
So I was in New Zealand for 6 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
So I've only just started truly travel to more places once I got back to Malaysia because
Okay.
of COVID.
Okay.
So that's when Merantau Dunia started. Once I got back to Malaysia, I was like, oh, I need to travel because
Okay.
it's what I studied.
Okay.
So that's when I started travel. So the country after New Zealand was Indonesia.
Okay.
Started small. Yeah.
Okay. But that was during COVID, right? So how? So you were COVID, were you in New Zealand or back in Malaysia?
During COVID, I was still in New Zealand.
Okay.
I came back in 2021.
Okay.
During our last PKP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right after COVID, I
Okay.
went to Indonesia. Yeah.
So you were not on hiatus for quite long lah. Just
Yeah,
kejap je lah kan.
Alhamdulillah
Nasib
lah.
baik kalau you balik 2020 babe.
I will go crazy.
I think so too. Okay, how did you convince your parents to
to go
have this
crazy.
career?
To do this career. So when I got back from New Zealand, obviously there was no tourism. It was COVID.
Okay.
All the tourism business shut down.
Yeah.
So my sister, thankfully, she has her own business. She's
Okay.
doing pastry.
Oh.
So I helped her from home.
I should be your sister's friend. Okay. And then?
So I was helping her for quite a bit, like 8 months, something like that.
Okay.
But I was just the background. I was just in the background, and I was like, I cannot keep on doing this. I have to do my own thing,
Okay.
and that is tourism.
Okay.
So I told my parents, I was just like, can you just trust me for me to go
Yeah.
travel using my own savings, and do content? And then they're just like, I have supportive parents, so
Okay.
that's one thing I'm grateful for. Yeah, so they just said, okay, just try do it. I give you 6 months, and then alhamdulillah after that, menjadilah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How yakin were you that you can get money out of this?
I think I've always been quite positive around this.
Because you liked it, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, let's just do it. Like, you know.
Okay, so it was not about the money for you. It was
It
more
was
of
not
a
about-
passion, lah.
yeah.
Like whatever it is, I need to get out, and
Yeah.
travel,
Yeah.
and then see where life takes
Yeah. Yeah.
you and all that. Okay, so before we get into the next section of this, nak panggil podcast macam kat rumah I kan, sesi borak-borak tea moment, you know. What is a starter pack to be a traveller?
To be a traveller in general.
Yeah, starter pack.
Okay.
You know they said the starter pack budak subang lah. Starter pack ni lah. Okay, so starter pack traveller.
I think first of all, as a traveller, you have to know what's the purpose for you to travel.
Okay.
For me, I know that when I travel, I want to do adventure things like hiking, especially. So that's how I plan my trips. You know,
Okay.
like, oh, I want to go to this country because I want to climb this mountain, and that's how I think everyone should be. Because if you want to do everything, it's so hard. There's so many things to do in this
True,
world. So you
true.
just have to pick one thing that you're really passionate about, and then just do it like wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Because if you try to do everything, you won't enjoy your time when you travel. Because you're like, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do
Yeah.
this. Like, you will get overwhelmed.
Yes.
Yeah, so just pick what you want to do, and then you will figure it out from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So for a normal traveller like me who's not into adventurous stuff, I mean, I like to see stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be doing stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Okay, so what are the main necessities that someone should bring when they're traveling?
Main necessities would be
Like basic necessities lah. Tak kisah traveller tu adventurous ke tak ke, normal ke, boring ke.
have a good backpack.
Okay.
Power bank is essential. Always, your phone you have to share your location with someone. I think that's the most important.
Okay.
Especially if you're a solo traveler.
Okay, yeah.
Always share your location with someone. I think that's it. I think traveling is pretty straightforward.
True.
Like, you just have to do what you...
Okay, I think the thing about traveling, right? I mean, in your case, it's different because it's kind of part of your life.
Yeah.
But for those who travels like probably once, twice a year, it's not like something they're not used to. But whenever it comes to the travelling time, kan mesti lupa benda. Mesti lupa benda.
Yeah, betul.
And I'm aware of that because I'm
Yeah.
one of those people too now.
Yeah.
Because last time I was a stewardess, so travelling was okay. You know, you
Yeah.
know what you have,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
essentials and all that stuff. But once you leave that job behind and it's
Yeah.
not something that you do on a daily basis anymore. Whenever I go traveling, I'll be like, what's wrong with you? You should know this. You know, those kind of stuff. But we'll talk more about traveling dengan Merantau Dunia ataupun you guys should know her name by now, Zah. Semuanya sekejap lagi, korang stay tune dulu di Rakita 107.9. next up, episod ke-6 presented by Rakan Muda. Masih lagi di sini bersama dengan Merantau Dunia ataupun Zah. Now you know the name. Okay, now let's talk more about travelling as a career. What is your daily task on every country you visit? Is it the same?
It depends because I have two different types of traveling. So one is for my open trip
Okay.
and another one is for brands.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I do my open trips, obviously, like I do all the planning, all the organization from A to Z because
Okay.
I'm the one who's
Yeah.
organizing the
Tourism
travel.
lah.
Yeah, babe,
Okay.
yeah. And then the second one, if brands, then you just have to follow the itinerary whatsoever lah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
But then if I'm doing my own trip where I have to rekey before I open a trip, right? So mostly just planning my content beforehand and then basically just creating content when I travel.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how many times do you travel in a month? By the way, she's going to Korea, okay? I think by the time this is out, she's already in Korea.
I think now average a month is 3 countries.
In a span of how long each?
Like 1 week each now.
Oh, yeah. That
country.
should be, so that means you have only 1 week buffer time
Yeah,
for
I
you to
guess
rest.
so. Yeah.
But you will eventually from that country come back to Malaysia lah.
Yeah.
You bukan macam
Tukar
that
luggage,
country and
yeah.
then transit somewhere and then pergi
Depends
the
lah.
next.
But then mostly I akan balik sekejap and then tukar luggage
Okay,
and stuff like
I
that.
think it's best that way. Kan?
Yeah.
How many language do you speak?
I only speak 2. It's embarrassing, but it's only Malay and English.
No, it's not embarrassing. I mean, you travel so much that it's very hard to pick up because you don't stay in the country
Yeah,
for that
exactly,
long.
yeah.
So New Zealand punya
The accent?
No, not their accent. They have their
Yeah, the
what they call that?
Maori language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you manage to
No.
pick that up?
No,
Nope.
no.
Not even one.
Just the kia ora. Like
Okay,
hi.
but at least something lah. At least something lah. So I'll consider that as 3. Okay. I'll
Okay.
put that in your resume. And the best people that welcome you is from which country? You would say.
Honestly, it's Indonesian people.
Okay.
Like they're so welcoming. They always go above and beyond to like welcome you, to make you like one of their own and stuff like that. So I love Indonesian people.
I think they're very close to our people as well.
Yeah,
right? That's
exactly.
why, like,
But regardless your background, they're so nice. Very nice people.
so which country in Indonesia that you enjoy the most?
Lombok.
I'm planning to go there next year.
Oh, Lombok is
Okay,
really
ni
nice.
kita banyak nak kena borak tepi lah. Tak boleh borak dalam ni. Nanti orang tahu I nak pergi Lombok. Sibuk nanti semua orang nak pergi Lombok juga. I don't want. I want to go when it's not like really. When's the peak time in Lombok of the year?
The peak time is like June, July, August. That's their summer. Because if you go
I might need to
December,
reconsider.
January, February is their musim hujan.
What about May though?
May is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that,
Okay.
okay? I had a question in my head just now. Pasal dia cerita Lombok lupa dah. What I wanted to ask you earlier. Wait. Hold on. I got it. I do not have it.
I've been to Lombok 5 times, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask. How does this whole open trip work? So anybody is open to join?
Yeah, anybody's open to join. Any, like, even Singaporeans, Brunei, like, they've joined
Okay,
my
so
trip.
it doesn't
So what
matter
I
lah.
do is that I just post it on my Instagram,
Okay.
and then whoever wants to join, they just DM me, blah, blah, blah. Just like
Okay, so that means when they DM you, all the information will be given to them, as in the quotation and all
that.
that.
Yeah.
So all they got to do is just pay you,
Yeah.
and then you get it all arranged from the
Yeah.
flight ticket to accommodation.
Flight ticket, not really, because I can't secure like the flight
Okay.
ticket prices. So I just do the whole ground thing. Yeah.
Oh,
So flights they
so-
manage their own lah.
So that means on board tu korang tak pergi sekali as a group lah.
I will give them details of the flight
Okay.
timing, and then they just follow it lah.
Okay,
Yeah.
ada yang dapat, ada yang tak dapat lah. So ada yang
Yeah.
jumpa
Then we
kemudian.
we'll just meet there. Yeah.
When's your next open trip?
In November to New Zealand.
Can I join?
It's full.
Can I join?
Next year.
Oh, next year.
I mean, this year's
Oh,
full.
full. It's okay. I wanted to tell you, I pun tak tahu by that time ada duit ke tidak. So next year lah. Okay?
Yeah.
You let me know, okay? As long as it's before me
Yeah.
or after me.
Yeah,
I thought, I can join for the open trip. So guys, wait for announcement. Next open trip lah. This upcoming one dah full kan? So you were open to how many people?
Not many. Like I kind of do it quite exclusive because I don't want it to be like another like travel group with the flag and stuff.
I always do that when I travel. Like, follow the flag,
Yeah.
follow my imaginary flag.
So it's like 10,
Then
15.
you still need a flag for that. How did
Need-
you manage that?
I always say to them like, dah besar, pandai jaga diri kan.
Yeah, but like, what if they walk and it's their first time, and then they walk past something and they saw and they're like, eh.
Yeah, I will just layan lah. I was just like, oh okay.
Baiknya you ni. Cepatlah, mana next trip you? Mana next open trip you I nak ikut? New Zealand tu tak boleh lah. Macam I think it's too short and my money is not like keeping up. You know, I mean, my mind and my body is with you already, but my pocket is not running just as fast as I want it to. So maybe I'll join you in the next open trip. Producer dengar tak? Standby, I cuti lama. Okay, baik. Lepas ni kita nak borak-borak lagi, so korang semua stay tune di Rakita 107.9. Guys, masih lagi di sini dalam Next Up episode ke-6 presented by Rakan Muda bersama dengan Merantau Dunia, or better known as Zah. Actually terbalik kan?
Terbalik.
Bersama dengan Zah, better known as Merantau Dunia. Okay, now let's talk about experiences. The best and the worst experience when you travel. We can go with, I don't know, you want to go with the positive one or the negative one?
We can go with the good ones first.
Okay, let's go with the good ones.
I mean, each country has their own good things about it, yeah. But I think the best experience would probably, I think the most memorable one was when I went to Indonesia, my first trip after New Zealand for so long, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk about New Zealand because a bit biased because I
Okay.
was there for so long. So it was Indonesia because it's my first ever solo trip.
Okay.
So I went to hike up Mount Rinjani for my birthday. Yeah, and I went alone, but then I joined like a group of guys from France. And then like we became really good friends, and then we conquered Mount Rinjani together, and it was just a very enjoyable moment. I was like, oh my god, I did it! Like, because I was so scared. I was so scared to hike up because I heard so many like hard things about Rinjani, but the fact that I did it alone, it was something like, oh damn, I can do it. Yeah, that's how it all like. I got addicted to that feeling, so that's why I like started to travel more and more and more.
So you met this group of French guys as you were hiking up?
Yeah.
Or you planned with them before you start the trip?
No,
so as you started the trip, it was alone?
Yeah.
All the way until you met them?
Yeah. Yeah, and I realized like how easy it is to make friends and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, it's so good. Yeah.
I mean, because you like it, girl.
I love it.
Yeah, because you like
I love it. Yeah.
That's why it was easy for you. Can you pass it to someone who doesn't like it? Then they'll say otherwise. But what about your worst experience then?
To be honest, like not so much. Like, I've only just encountered one bad experience, which was when I was in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
I got harassed there, but
Go, what? Hold up. Say it again. What? How?
I got harassed there, but it could have happened anywhere. Like, it could happen in KL itself, you know?
It doesn't matter why. Okay, anyway. Okay.
Yeah,
continue.
so...
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm a bit biased because of this kind of story. I'm a little bit protective. But okay.
Yeah, but it happened because I was there for 2 weeks. It happened on like the first 4 days of my time in Sri Lanka, and I was quite traumatized by it. And all my friends were like worried because during that time was also when the Russian couple who got raped in in India or something.
Yeah. That one, it was a trend at the time.
Yeah, so that was when I got harassed as well in Sri Lanka. So my friends were all like, "Can you please come back? Like, we're worried about you." But in my mind, I was just like, I don't want to leave Sri Lanka traumatized, you know,
Okay.
because that's how I'm gonna feel about traveling.
Yeah.
So I continued my journey, and I overcame that trauma lah. I was just like, you know what, like this could have happened to anyone, anywhere in this world. I cannot blame the place for what happened.
Blame that person though.
Yeah, exactly.
You can blame that person.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily
Yeah.
blame the whole country.
Yeah, but I learned from my mistake, like not to go out after midnight and stuff like that alone and stuff like that. Yeah, so
So it happened from a stranger. I see.
yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Kita akan lapuk budak tu berjemaah nanti. I'll come with you to Sri Lanka. We'll find that person. Wait. Wait there. Simply harass people's daughter. You know. Eee. Okay, safety around the world. Now let's talk. The irony. Safety around the world based on your experience.
Like how to be safe.
No, as in safety around the world from your experience. Okay, clearly we know about Sri Lanka already, which I think was pretty
Yeah.
sensitive for you. I would understand. But any other countries though, like would you rate the safety level according to your experience?
That's why I said like from all my years of traveling, like Sri Lanka was like the first ever time that I encountered something like that. Anywhere else has been like very safe, especially like because okay, when I travel, especially when I'm doing it solo, I will only go to places that I feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Like I know that I have someone down there that can help me. It's just that Sri Lanka was like the first country that I don't know anyone there.
Okay.
Yeah. And but then I did research that it says that Sri Lanka is a safe country and then blah blah blah. But then other countries like New Zealand, Indonesia, I went to Korea last year. All the other places, it was okay. Like it's very safe. I will only go to places that's like safe for solo travelers.
Okay.
But something.
Then would you say France or would you say Paris is a safe place for a solo traveler?
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safety-wise, as in pickpockets and all that, not necessarily the harassment part, but as in like pickpocket or
Yeah, I've
people-
never encountered anything like that.
very
Yeah.
lucky.
I've been quite lucky in that sense. Yeah.
But so far, I guess, like you said, you've made your research, and those are the countries that is safe for solo travelers.
Yeah.
So if you follow her already, then you guys should know now
Yeah.
what are the countries that is
Yeah.
safe for you if you.
And
plan
I
to go.
always dress up like a local anyway, because the scary part is when you dress up like a tourist. That's
Yeah.
when they will like look at you and like, oh yeah.
How would you know if it's your first time going there? How would you know how they dressed up as?
I mean, I will never put on anything flashy lah. I always wear like
faham.
something.
Yeah, but
natural,
from your
yeah.
videos I watch, you are always like, in your hiking.
Yeah, exactly.
of, like,
so
yeah,
no one
so-
wants to rob me anyway.
Girl, you never know.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Girl, you never know. Do not. Yeah, so I get it lah. Macam
Yeah.
pakai santai lah.
Yeah,
Bukan lah
santai,
macam
yeah.
like you go macam, I'm going to a villa,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then yes, you will attract people, especially certain countries, I think, right? They get attracted to tourists like that. So have you ever feel burnt out traveling around the world and wanted an escape?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
like
have been escaping.
no, I think that's the part where like being a full-time traveler, you actually get tired of traveling, like
Okay.
and people always like glorify like my lifestyle, right? But the fact is I'm actually very excited whenever I'm back in KL, because
Okay.
I'm quite tired of traveling.
Okay.
Because that's work. You know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you're tired of going to work? That's me. Like I'm tired of traveling.
Yeah.
But and my escape would be KL.
Okay.
Yeah, my escape would be KL. But then if I have to choose a country where I want to escape, it's actually New Zealand, because New Zealand is like my second home.
Okay.
So whenever I'm there, like sana kan like tenang, it's very
Yeah,
peaceful
betul,
there.
Betul.
So I will always, every year I'll do a yearly trip to New Zealand lah, to reset my
back
mind. Yeah.
Okay, so usually when you escape, right? So if it's not KL, it's either KL or New Zealand. That's the only time where you actually just travel for nothing.
Yes.
So you won't do any adventurous activities or like what you usually do when you come back? Okay, let's talk about come back to Malaysia.
Yeah.
Okay, but New Zealand, that means you still have to travel out.
Yeah.
When you come back to Malaysia, what do you usually do?
It's the time for me to spend time with my friends, my family. I really just use it to spend time with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that the time that you used to sleep? all the
Yes,
way
as
through?
well. Yeah. I sleep the whole day whenever I'm back in KL. Like if I'm back for a week, I'll just sleep the whole week.
Have you ever felt like macam, okay dah balik kan seminggu? Kalau tak nak pergi balik boleh tak?
Boleh? Ya.
You jangan jawab I, boleh ke tak? I jawab kat you, boleh Zah. Forget about it, take another week. I would say that if I'm your friend, I'll be like, forget about it Zah, take another week girl, you deserve
Yeah.
it. But have you ever felt that way?
Yeah. So like next week I'm flying to Korea, right? So I'm like dreading. I'm like, I have to pack again. Like the thought of having to
the packing,
pack,
unpacking,
repack, laundry. Like basically I'm back in Malaysia just to do everything all over again. Like it's
Yeah.
very dreading. Like
Yeah, it's the unpacking,
Yeah.
packing, laundry,
yeah.
making sure it's washed already. And it's like the first thing you got to do when you get home, you know. Otherwise, it wouldn't be ready by the time you nak pergi travel balik kan.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
sound like
I
I'm ungrateful, but like I do not want to sound like I do not enjoy this life. Yeah.
No, like I totally get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it. Like yes, and when you said that, people said your life is nice, is
Yeah.
good. You shouldn't get tired because you're traveling all the time. I totally get it. I was once flying as well.
Yeah.
People said the same thing to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you know it's work, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's for work. Like
yeah, it's not I'm going for fun.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do get tired. Like I don't want to fly anymore. And then the cabin pressure and
faham?
all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can understand the whole jet lag. What's the worst jet lag? From which country? Is New Zealand that far apart?
It's like 5 hours apart, like time
it's
zone.
They are
It's,
ahead or behind.
They're
Ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
India is 4 hours behind, right? No, wait.
India is like 3 hours. I think different parts of India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember Bombay is like 4 hours behind, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so New Zealand is ahead. Interesting. All right, after this, we're gonna come back. Kita nak main game. Okay, kita nak main game. Selalunya I main this or that, tapi dengan you special lah. So I akan nak tanya favourite. Kalau korang nak tahu favourite Merantau Dunia apa, korang semua stay tune dulu di Rakita 107.9. We are back untuk episod ke-6 bersama dengan Merantau Dunia dalam Next Up, okay, presented by Rakan Muda. Now we are back to play games. So it's actually a very easy game lah. Usually I'll play this so that way you get to choose. Tapi sebab you dah travel kan, macam susah pula nak suruh you choose kan. Macam nanti macam, you know, it's a bit biased in that sense. So I'm just going to ask your top 3 favourites.
Yeah.
So are you ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Okay. This first one, kita kena exclude New Zealand, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Your top 3 favourite country. See now? You see now?
My top 3 favorite countries, obviously Indonesia. I mean, let's say location lah.
Okay.
Okay, Lombok, Indonesia. Kashmir, India. Apa lagi satu yang best ah?
I don't know. You're the one travelling.
Oh God. Kazakhstan. Yeah.
Girl! Talk about that too after this. Okay, top 3 favourite activity to do while travelling.
Oh, hiking.
Okay, exclude hiking. I forgot to say that actually. I macam apa aktiviti dia buat tadi? I exclude hiking.
Anything adventurous.
Cannot like that Cannot like that.
Bungee jumping.
Okay. Oh.
Skydiving.
Okay.
Hiking.
Tak boleh hiking. Exclude. I think because everywhere you go, you would hike.
Okay, swimming.
Okay, boleh lah. But like go.
I really do not enjoy like doing anything else.
Okay, where do you swim then? Tell me.
Like lakes.
Which country you swim?
Like
Which lake?
Any lakes that you find.
Did you swim in Kashmir?
Yeah.
How
like,
was it?
Best.
Sejuk tak?
Sejuk.
Then macam mana you swim dalam tu sejuk-sejuk?
That's the fun part.
Go, no. We are not friends. And then, skydiving kat mana? I heard Sri Lanka is good for this kind of activity.
All
Not
of this
mistaken,
like
is it?
back in New Zealand lah. I don't really I don't want to sound like biased or anything, but I don't really trust doing it anywhere else because New
Faham.
Zealand is like top adventure activities
Oh, is
country, so their safety is very top notch. So
Yeah, other places. I
yeah.
mean, this involves safety, you know.
Yeah.
Adrenaline is one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
adventurous
my
is another
life.
thing. Yeah, but you don't want to do something
Yeah.
and risk your life altogether in just doing one thing. Okay, your top 3 favorite songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I wonder what you listen
knew
to
you
when you
wanted
travel.
you're gonna ask me this, but
You knew?
yeah, and I was like
Go.
scared to answer this
Don't
song.
be.
Okay,
okay, how will that make it easier for you? Okay, the songs that you would actually listen to when you're traveling.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Obviously, because I love mountains, so I love to listen to music that makes me feel, because the mountains are big, so it makes me feel small
Okay.
and appreciate life. So mainly songs from M83. So like
Okay.
outro. Weh, apa lagu tu No time.
No Time to Die? boleh. Rumah I semua boleh.
I lupa lagu dia. I forgot the name. How can I forget it? But you know the song No Time.
Talian Hayat. Wait. Wait. M80.
Wait by M83. Sorry.
Ah.
Outro. Wait.
The one I get the answer from here. Okay, probably we were closer lah. Okay. Okay, outro. Wait.
And intro by the XX. Yay.
You listen to the XX?
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't really fancy intro. I like Stars.
Okay. Yeah.
Ya Allah, I pun lupa lah.
Oh, banyak tu.
I like Stars, but that album, Stars. Tengah nyanyi dah letak.
Oh, and another one, sorry, empat. All I Want by Cordeline. Oh my God, when you listen to in the mountains, it's like, oh, best. Okay.
Okay, I'll do that when I go to the mountains, which I don't know what year. Probably you have to remind me by the time I reach a mountain somewhere. When that happens, you should clap for me. I think I'll celebrate. I'll be like,
I will.
That's it. I just tick it off my bucket list and that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. Okay, your 3 favorite food from around the world.
Fruits.
Food.
Oh, I just came back from Thailand.
Oh, girl, no. That's unfair. That's unfair.
Right.
No.
Okay.
No, exclude it. No Thailand, no Indonesia. Exclude it.
Okay.
No.
I'm not a foodie. Like, I don't travel for the food. Like, I'm like the type of, apa yang ada, I makan je.
Tapi mestilah you nak try kan?
No, I don't have that. Like, I really don't
Girl,
have
what?
that
We can't be
urge.
friends.
Sorry.
What? I go for food.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
not. So, the places that I've traveled to, honestly, because I might sound like, okay, I tak pernah travel Thailand lagi.
Oh.
Yeah, last year I went once, but it was only for 3 days.
Okay.
So,
But you should
recently,
pergi kan?
recently baru I pergi and I tried their food and I was like,
Tak boleh lah bias. Thailand is memang known for their food.
yeah,
tak boleh
it's
lah bias.
insane. Okay.
Then everybody would agree. I would agree. I would
Right.
jump on it. If you say Tom Yum pun, I would jump on it. If you say their street food, I would jump on it.
Yeah.
Like, basically most of their food is good. So
Yeah.
it's a bit, no. Tak boleh.
But Southeast Asia is for food. Like,
True,
like
it's
if you
true.
travel to any other countries, tak kena tekak. So,
And you're not going to say that about New Zealand though. Or are you?
What, New Zealand, they don't even have a national dish. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like when you ask them what's your national dish, they're like, oh, pizza. I was like, what? It's not pizza. What the-
Pizza is from Italy, no?
Exactly. They don't have one.
Okay,
So
got
that's why I
it.
say like Southeast Asia,
Okay, fine. I give you face lah. Okay, so Thailand.
Thailand.
What do you like the most in Thailand?
Oh my
Your
god!
recent
The other
food?
day I tried their banana pancake with like chocolate drizzle. Oh, sedapnya. And then their pad thai.
Oh yeah.
And their Thai milk tea. You know, just the normal Thailand.
It's very
food.
different than what we get here, kan?
Yeah.
Although we do get here, we
Yeah.
do have access over those things here,
Yeah.
but this is very different than eating there. Did you try their tom yum though?
Yeah.
The white, the red, the whatever.
Yeah.
All
Don't
macam
remind me
jenis.
of it.
Saja je. Lepas tu makan tak pulut ayam.
Tak.
Why?
Sorry.
Okay, what else? Okay, what else did you eat then? You have to tell me what do you eat.
I don't know. I'm a very boring person when it comes to food.
No,
so
girl,
all I
it's the
had,
same.
all I had was like pad thai, like maybe 5-6 times of pad thai. And like the only drinks I had was Thai milk tea.
Okay, so do you like spicy food then?
I can't really eat spicy.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Now we can be friends. Okay, but that's one. I need top 3 favorite food around the world. So
Around the
Thailand is
world.
one. I know Indonesia is coming next.
Okay, not a fan of Indonesian food. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Yeah,
wow! For the first time.
not
okay.
a fan. It's
Why?
too
I
spicy
think it's
for me.
nice.
I don't know. I feel like the Indonesian food that you have in Malaysia is very different than what you have in
Of
Indonesia
course, of
itself.
course,
Yeah,
of
so I like the one in Malaysia. The one I tried in
Oh.
Indonesia, it's too dry for me.
What?
It's too dry.
Okay, did you try their Indomie, their coffee by the side of the road?
No, I'm
No.
quite boring. I'm sorry.
Girl, Indomie is a boring, it's a basic food, girl. What are you talking about, girl? Girl! Okay, but Indonesia is not part of the list. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. then-
Oh, maybe I can say India. Yeah, true. India.
Okay, what did you eat in India? I want to
Butter
know. I want to know this.
Butter chicken, babe.
Butter chicken? Okay, lagi?
Bosan kan?
No, but it's good. Their butter chicken is different.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to be on your side here, girl. But yeah, their butter chicken is different, right? It's actually good.
There's this one time. I mean, I wouldn't say it's top food lah, tapi the more different not exotic. I don't know. Sorry, adventurous food that I
Okay.
tried. There's this like a sirih thing that they burn and then they put in your mouth. So it's like burning and then they masuk in your mouth. It's like street food.
Do you have to eat it?
Yeah. So like they will light it on fire, they shove it in your mouth.
Sounds very. It's not the food that is exotic. It's the process
Yes,
that sounds exotic
yes,
right now. This is like a borderline abuse. Okay.
Yeah.
then-
So but then there's ice in it. So the moment must put in your mouth, like you'll feel cold.
Okay, so they put an ice cube on it. No,
Okay.
first they bakar dulu the
So there's a
sirih.
sirih. There's like something in it that they can burn.
You don't know what they put in your mouth, girl. You gotta know. Okay, and then
I know, just there for the experience. And then they light it on fire, and then they'll like shove it in your mouth like macam tu.
but when they bakar the sirih,
Yeah.
they already put stuff on it lah.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of syrup they put in it.
Syrup.
Syrup, yeah, like syrup.
Sirih syrup.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
it's like bittersweet.
Yeah. It's very.
Did you manage to eat it?
No, I puked it out.
I know.
Yeah.
I would have thought the same because I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
the last time I ate
Yeah.
sirih, you tahu yang orang kahwin tu?
Yeah.
And then they're like, makan ni.
Yeah.
Sebab nanti kau kat kahwin dapat jodoh.
Yeah.
And I spit it out twice. I guess that's why.
Tak nak kahwin.
Think about it. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why I'm still not married. Probably because I spit it out twice. You're like rejecting. But okay, and then when did they put the ice?
Like
In that as
Yeah,
well?
in that
So
thing.
after they burn, they put all the stuff, the syrup and all that. And then they put the ice and it's zoom. Before
I
the
don't know
ice
how
melts.
it works. Yeah. I don't know how it
Girl,
works. But I
You're the
picked
one
it
who
out.
did the experience. You need to tell me. Okay. Other than butter chicken and this weird exotic sirih. What else did you try? You did not try the street food in India?
Oh,
Kashmir-
the food from India itself gave me 2 weeks of. Poisoning.
Which street you went? But in Kashmir, did you get the same problem?
No,
Okay.
no, it was in New Delhi that I got all the problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, New
But in
Delhi was too
Kashmir, did you
much.
try the food?
Yeah. Not a fan.
Why?
Not a fan. Like it's.
I thought it's very similar.
Like, I mean, I did enjoy the butter chicken, but like their food, like butter rice and stuff like that. Like, I had to bring I bawa my sambal nendeng and sambal nyet apa from Karalaming tu
Yeah,
makan
yeah.
sekali.
Oh, okay.
Because their food itself tastes very bland.
Yeah,
Like,
it's quite dry.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
their biryani, I thought I heard. No, Kashmir is actually known for their meat, right?
not a fan.
Lembu dia orang pun sama sihat kan? Lembu dia orang dengan lembu New Zealand siapa lagi sihat? Lembu dia orang kan sama-sama je.
Sama je kan?
Kan? Their sheep pun lebih kurang kan? Sihat. Dia pun tak makan daging tu sebenarnya. Okay, so we've got Thailand, we've got India, another one. Girl. Let's talk about
is
food,
so
girl. Come on,
hard.
girl.
This is really hard.
I just told you New Zealand is out of the picture. Everything else is fine. Girl, your own country.
Malaysia kan? Malaysia.
Dia boleh tanya aku Malaysia kan? I tak tahu Pasport you kan apa? ICBM tak?
I thought you said travel, so I thought like include Malaysia. So
I mean, technically you do travel back down here.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay lah. Is Malaysia one of your favorite countries?
yeah.
Girl, you better.
Yeah.
You bawa sama nyet.
Yeah.
Okay, we finally got the food. I didn't know out of all the lot, food would be a problem for you to answer. But okay, we finally got her favorites. And right now, the top of the chart is Thai food.
Yeah.
All right, so we have come towards the end of the show actually. So, jap lagi, before I let her go home and travel again to Korea, probably we'll ask a few words from her, especially for those who are travelling solo. Semuanya kejap lagi korang stay tune to Rakita 107.9. Alright guys, kita pun dah sampai ke penghujung episod 6 Next Up presented by Rakan Muda bersama dengan Merantau Dunia again, tersalah cakap lagi. Bersama dengan Zah or better known Merantau Dunia. But before I let you go home, start packing for your next destination, probably a few words for those yang maybe plan to start travelling solo tapi macam takut ke, you know, anything that has to do with travelling. Probably stuff that they need to make sure they bring.
Okay. I know it can be scary to travel because that's how I felt when I first started traveling. Even until now, if I'm going solo, I will still be scared.
Mm-hmm.
But the key is to just do it.
Okay.
Really, like you won't know what you're capable of until you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will learn more about yourself when you travel. Life is meant to be explored.
Mm-hmm.
The world is there for you to explore.
Okay.
To open up your mind, because if you just stay at one place, you will only know about that specific thing.
Okay.
But the more you travel, you will broaden up your mind.
Okay.
And yeah.
True. And you actually meet a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. Life is meant to be explored. Yeah.
Aw, girl. I would say the same when it comes to food for you. Girl, food is also meant to be explored, girl. You better start exploring other than butter chicken, girl. You can do better than this. Okay? Korea, I don't know. Are you a fan of Korean food?
No. I'm sorry.
We need to... You're so sorry to me. I'm not fully. But okay, if you guys want more updates, you guys can follow Zah atau Merantau Dunia on every social media platform.
Yeah.
Even on Twitter as well, on X. TikTok and
Instagram. Yeah.
All right. So if you guys want more information, you guys can follow her on her social media platform and wait for her next open trip announcement. This upcoming one is full already to New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
tak dapatlah tengok lembu-lembu sihat itu, tunggulah tahun depan ya. Dia akan pergi New Zealand tiap-tiap tahun, jangan risau. Okay, but thank you so much for coming over to my house. Finally kita dapat cekup dia sebab dia macam travel merata-rata kan. So bila dia dekat Malaysia, I terus macam macam tu. Thank you for coming over to my house, my yellow couch. Thank you for gracing it. And apa-apa pun kita akan bertemu dalam episod seterusnya. Next up presented by Rakan Muda. Till then, bye-bye.